So we were talking about 2025, and because I'm back this year, I believe that is in place to tell you what I'm gonna use and what I'm gonna shoot photos for this channel, for myself, for my projects, for my clients, and what I'm gonna use to basically create and have fun, because that's what's all about. So my main camera for 2025 is the Nikon ZF. This is a full frame camera, 24 megapixel, not huge, but pretty much a camera that I learned to enjoy in the last couple of months since I bought it. It's a great looking camera with brass knobs that obviously weren't like that when I bought it. I just cleaned the paint on top of the knobs because I couldn't wait to have them brass by themselves. So now they're fully brass with a brass shutter, soft shutter, and also this grip from Nikkor that I modified and had a let's say goldish brass paint that matches the knobs on top. This is a camera that I'm gonna use, and I kind of enjoy it. I didn't shoot much with it, I didn't have time, but during the holidays I shot a few photos. I also took it out a little bit when we went out with my family, and I really like it. The camera has a little bit of a heft. It's pretty solid in terms of a camera, feels like an SLR in hand. And with it I have the 24 to 70 millimeter f4 lens. This is a Nikon native Z-mount lens, and it's pretty much the lens that comes with all the kits, I think Z6II, Z7II, ZF, Z6III, and so on and so forth. But though it's a kit lens, it produces amazing images, and for what I'm gonna do and for my plans for 2025, this is a lens that I would definitely enjoy because it's sharp, it renders colors pretty nice. It does have a good bokeh, though it's just f4. So yeah, this is my main camera for 2025, a full frame Nikon camera. Now, a full disclaimer, I sold all my Fujifilm gear, so you are not gonna see any kind of Fujifilm in this video. I do have a Fujifilm camera on pre-order and I'm waiting for it. Hopefully in the next couple of months it's gonna be here, maybe more, who knows. You probably know already what I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna disclose it anyway. The second camera, my B camera, is another Nikon, this time an APS-C sensor, 21 megapixels. This is the Nikon Z30, pretty old, couple of years, 3 years old, but this is the camera that Nikon aimed towards content creators, and they target them with this camera. It has a flip out screen just like the ZF, so you can basically see yourself if you're vlogging, but I didn't necessarily buy it for vlogging. I bought it so I can use it for YouTube videos. It's not a 10-bit camera, but it does shoot 4K 30 frames per second and 1080p 120, so I think it's plenty for what I'm doing on this channel. I love this camera for many reasons. It does have a beautiful grip, and you know that I like a good grip. It's very comfortable to hold, and I'm thinking about taking it on the street as well to take some photos, to do some street photography, a few sessions, and show you what it can do. But the gripe about this camera is that it doesn't have an EVF, and to my knowledge there is nothing that you can attach on the hot shoe right now other than probably a cheap cold shoe EVF, an optical viewfinder, not an electronical viewfinder. So that's a thing that I hate. But I did shoot with the XM1, that was my beloved little one, and it wasn't much smaller than this one, so I'm pretty used with the format. I'm pretty used with not having an EVF. I think it's gonna do me well, and I think I'm gonna make some good videos and photos with this camera. On it, it's the Viltrox 20mm f2.8, also a Z-mount lens, and this lens is pretty wide. On the APS-C, it's around 30mm, which makes it perfect for this kind of setup in this room in our studio. And I think that it does great in photos as well. Not much of distortion and chromatic aberration, so from what I shot with. But this is a great camera to, like a great let's say, setup to go out on the street, the 30mm with the Z30, and this makes the Z30 or Z30 pretty small and pretty portable. Maybe not pocketable, maybe pocketable in a jacket pocket, but it's still a great setup to go out and shoot on the streets. The third camera is actually the one that films me right now, and I'm not sure if you realized already, but that is my iPhone 16 Pro Max, which this year Apple released a monster of a phone. I could say a monster of a multimedia device. This iPhone can shoot Apple ProRes, Apple Log, 422, and all kinds of codecs. And this is probably the most pro iPhone that I've ever used. I am happy that I am able to do this video on it and look the way it looks and sounds the way it sounds, because I'm using the Holy Land Lark M2. These are amazing wireless microphones that you can use straight with your phone or with your camera. Not both, you have to buy them separately. So this is in terms of video. So that one is gonna be my other camera. Actually, because I'm shooting RAW and I can edit those photos the way I want. I'm gonna use it with this Ulanzi grip, and this one helps you take photos with the phone like you're, with the camera, and use a shutter button, like a normal shutter button, and have the phone with you like a camera, and hold it tightly with this small grip right here. The shutter also detaches, and it's basically a remote it's a Bluetooth remote that you can connect to the phone, so you can take photos of family, or if you want to be in the photo and you don't want to set it up on the timer, you just have this one in your hand and click it, and it's going to take a photo. It's going to also start the video, and so on and so forth. It's a pretty nice thing, and I think it's very cheap. I don't know exactly the model, but it's a Ulanzi grip with Bluetooth trigger, so it's pretty cool. Now this is all about cameras. I do have two more lenses to show you. One, it's the most loved lens for cheap people like me, and this is the 50mm f1.8, the Nifty 50, that I'm gonna use on both cameras. It's 75 on the APS-C, 50mm on the full frame, but I do have to use this adapter. This is the FTZ2 adapter, the Mark II, that doesn't have that tripod holder here, the whatever notch. I bought it with the camera, so it's helpful, and I'm happy that I did, because I had this lens for 10-12 years now, and I'm always using it when it comes to Nikon. This is an F-mount lens, so it's an 50mm f1.8G, but it's a great lens, great budget lens, that if you don't want to spend the fortune or double the price for the 50-1.8 S, the native Z-mount, this will do the job in my opinion, and it renders bokeh and colors very nicely. And the last lens that I bought, this is the 500mm f6.32 f32 TT Artisan lens. This is a manual lens for Z-mount. This is a native Z-mount lens, so I can put it straight on the camera. And this lens, I bought it because I was intrigued by the quality that other content creators was showing that you can get out of this lens. And to confirm, this is an amazing lens. Now it's an 6.3. It's not very bright, so you won't be able to use it in certain situations when the light is not there. But for static long shots, for birds on the perch, for maybe, I don't know, slow pace sports, for slow pace auto stuff, I think you will be able to get good photos out of it. And I'm gonna take it out and test it for you guys so you can see what exactly it can do and what it can't do. It does have a Arca Swiss plate tripod holder that is very useful. Also, you can remove it. So for the $380 that this lens is right now, I think you're getting a lot of stuff. Like I said, it's a 6.3 to f32, so you can use it for landscapes as well, maybe at f16. I won't go further away from that. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I didn't see anyone shooting landscapes with this lens. The zoom ring and the focus rings are pretty tight but smooth, and that is not very helpful, especially when you're holding it with a small camera like the, let's say, ZF or the Z30, because you start moving it, it's a little bit cumbersome. But I'm gonna do my best, and I already shot a few shots, but I'm gonna do my best to show you what this lens can do and put it to its paces soon enough. This is pretty much it in terms of gear. Now, I have two tripods that I'm planning on having with me around when I'm traveling or when I'm going out to shoot photos. One, it's the Ulanzi MT44. This is a well, selfie stick and tripod, because it can be a selfie stick, which is pretty long, so you can use it with your phone or a small camera or even a big camera because it's pretty sturdy. And it also can be a monopod or a tripod because it splits. The legs are going down, are sliding down, and you can lock them at any position basically, and have a nice tripod to put the camera on. On top, it already has a phone mount that locks in, folds and locks in, so you can have the camera on. And it is pretty sturdy. Like I said, all of this will be tested in the field, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. And you know me, I'm not bragging about things that I don't trust and I really didn't test it. The second one is, I don't know the brand, I think it's best tripod, something like that. It doesn't have a branding on it, but this is a pretty interesting tripod because other than being very sturdy, you can basically flip the legs to a exactly 180 degree and make it a flat tripod on the table. So you can put your camera here and shoot some macros or something very close up. Also, it has a few levels that you can set up the legs to. And this, again, it's a great deal. I think it was cheap on Amazon. I'm gonna try to find all the links on, especially for the older ones, and put them in the description below if you wanna go buy them. They're going to be affiliate links. I'm getting a kickback out of that, a small one. You're not paying extra, so if you want to use them, use them. If not, just go ahead and search for yourself. The filters that I'm going to use this year are the Freewell magnetic filters. These are 77mm filters. I have an ND. I think I have a Pro Mist filter and a circular polarizer on the back. And these are magnetic, so they get on top of each other. It also has a magnetic lens cover, so I can always put these ones. They fit perfectly on my 24 to 70, and there you go. And then you have an polarizer that's very dirty. Whoa. You have a polarizer or a circular polarizer or an ND filter right on, and you can remove them easily and just have whatever you need. These are very useful, and I have them for a while, and I didn't want to get rid of them because I like the way the quality of the colors that they provide, and they don't mess up with the colors. They don't create any kind of vignetting or you know, color casts on your photos. That's it. I don't know other things that I'm using. I already bought a this is a card reader, but it can also be used as a external SSD for your phone. It's made by Anchor, and you have a card right here. You can buy a big one very fast and just put it in. I think it's an UHS-2 card reader, so you can have this one and it magnetically attaches to your phone on the MagSafe, and this one goes in obviously in the USB-C. And if you're using the Blackmagic app, for example, the one that I'm using right now, you can set it up to write straight on the SD card and then just put it in the computer just like any other camera. I already told you about the Lark M2s, the HoloLens wireless setup that I'm using right now, and you can hear it. That's it, guys. That's pretty much it. In terms of bags, I do have two bags that I'm using. One is my old Easter that you probably know already if you saw my what's in the bag videos previously. I'm not gonna change this bag because it's super sturdy. It's a canvas bag, but it's super sturdy. It's waterproof to some extent. It does have a lot of pockets. It does have enough space inside to carry everything here, maybe except the 500 millimeter, but it's spacey. So this is a messenger bag. It's by Easter, and the other one is my Lower Pro Tracker HP120, I think it is. That can hold basically the smaller camera with two lenses or the bigger camera with a big lens. I think it's 10 liters, 15 liters. I have no idea. I'm maybe 12 liters because it's 120. I don't know, but this one is waterproof, so it's made of Cordura, and it's a material that is waterproof. Very helpful. So yeah, it does have all kinds of pockets that you can put your wallet, and you can carry it crossover or as a fanny pack around your waist. It's great. It's a great bag that I'm not gonna get rid of. That's it. That's all I wanted to show you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to go out and shoot. That's more important. Let's make a lot of photos this year. Let's create memories. Let's have fun, because that's all about. And you guys take care. I'll see you pretty soon.